Welcome back, High Thumos. Today we're talking about breaking bad habits. When I was younger, I used to do this whenever I entered a room. I would go like this. I would take my right hand and I would rub my chest. And I think I did it because I felt a little bit awkward in crowds. And I wasn't the most confident. And I would kind of like hug myself, like it's all right, you know, like kind of just kind of arm crossing myself. And I realized I don't want to do that. So as soon as I became aware of it, I was able to feel that desire to move my hand. I would go like this, and then I would stop. And I would come, all right, so that's how I knocked it out. I just become aware. And so in order for us to break these bad habits, what we want to do is become aware and notice the cue. The cue in a habit is all about noticing. The first part of any habit is the cue. You're just cued to do something. All right? I'm cued. I feel it. And then I feel desire. If we're not aware of the cue and the desire, then we're going to be continually strung along by our habits, whether or not they're good or bad. Carl Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So how many of us are looking at our lives like this? I'm unhappy, I'm anxious, I'm bad around girls, I can't overcome the bad habits, I'm a prawn junkie, I'm fat, and so on and so on and so on. Our habits are governing our life. Until you decide to become aware, then they're going to keep stringing you along. First off, let's just look. A habit is a mental shortcut. So to get from point A to point B, we found a way to conserve our energy, our mental cognition, and a habit, instead of going the long way, lets us jump and bypass. Boom! We get what we want. It's like tying your shoes is a habit. And I would have to actually stop and use awareness to change the way that I tie my shoes. I would have to first notice, and then I would have to make a change. I usually go right first and then left. Same with pants. Right, then left. If I wanted to change that habit, I would have to stop and I would have to say, okay, I'm going to have to put on my left first and then my right. It's just a consciousness becoming aware of the unconscious movements, the unconscious actions. So for us to break these bad habits, all you have to do is stop. Be calm. When you feel the trigger, when you feel the desire, let's just say to go on, to watch some prawn, instead of jumping into incognito mode because you know you're already halfway you're already halfway there, man. If you're hanging out in incognito mode, instead of doing that, become aware of the desire. And what happens is the animal inside of you, the chimp, that wants that instant gratification, has a chance to calm down. And what happens is the human, the rational human, the Ubermensch, your higher self, rises up. And it comes in that silence. It comes out of that silence. And then you're able to say, wait a minute, I'm not going to go into incognito mode. Hold up, I'm not going to run to the kitchen and binge and mess up the macros. Hold on a second, I'm not going to get overwhelmed and anxious because I see this hot girl and then I'm not going to talk to her. I'm going to sit inside this feeling of this anxiety. Actually, embrace the anxiety. Embrace the discomfort. Embrace whatever you're trying to fulfill, satiate that discomfort in you. Embrace it, and then you can take action in the right direction. You can take aim. Just like when you get a cue ball, you notice the cue ball, you set the cue ball down, you take aim on where you want to hit the ball. Then, when you, instead of feeling all this, you can relax, and then you say, hey, nothing's going to happen if I approach this hot girl. Hey, I don't really need to go on the internet and watch prawn. Hey, I don't need to pick up my phone right now. The notification goes off, become aware of it. Wait, I don't really need to. But if we're unconscious, then we just react, and we're always in a state of reacting. We check the notification, we satiate the curiosity, we get our reward. That's it. We get to know. And so that's all we have to do is use awareness. Become aware of the cue. and be calm. Just notice, sit in there, sit in the discomfort, and then you can make better decisions. The higher self rises up from the nothingness. All right? That's it, guys. Second part of the Habit Breaker series. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.